The Panini Senior Bowl presents Fifth Quarter. Here's Simone Eli and Gerhard Mathangani.
Well, if rivalry week exists in high school football, week 9 might just be it. The stakes as high as ever. The stage could not be bigger for dozens of teams all along the Gulf Coast looking to clinch their spot in the postseason. Welcome in, everybody, to Fifth Quarter. Simone Eli alongside Gerhard Mathangani. Boy, was it a night, some exciting finishes, and gee, we were in for a treat.
Yeah, we were in the thick of region play right now, so a lot of playoff spots up for grabs. None bigger than our game of the week, Class 5A Region 1. Not only the top 2 teams in the region, the top 2 teams in the state of Alabama. Congressman Shamari Figures on hand to watch number 1 Williamson and number 1 Viger, number 2 Williamson in this matchup. The highlight started with the first kickoff of the game. This is Jalen Scott. Look out. He takes it all the way into the end zone, and the fireworks starting early. This has been a defensive battle between these two teams for the last 5 years. Wow. Fireworks there to start off for Coach Coleman and company. Later on, Viger responds. It is Isaac McNeil punching it in for the touchdown, but the extra point is no good. So Williamson holds on to a 1-point lead, 7-6. Both defenses, Simone, were on their A game. Sammy Dunn, nowhere to go. Jamarcus Let Edmond, commit that name to memory. He comes up with a big play there. Later, Viger, an interception as Williamson is going into the end zone. It's Bryson Robinson, so it's 7-6 at the half. On to the second half now. It's Sammy Dunn to Jabarius Garrer. Touchdown, go ahead. Viger leads it 14-17, but Williamson ties it up on this run. Jamarcus Let Edmond, told you to keep his name in memory. This ties it up at 14. We would go to overtime where Williamson wins it. 22-14. They snap the losing streak, and they get the win over the number 1 team in the state. Here's Coach Coleman.
You know, it just let me know that it was going to be a ball game. I mean, they got athletes just like we got athletes. They got coaches, we got coaches. You know, who's going to outwork the other, who's going to outlast the other. And I remember when the clock ran off, my kids said, Coach, we're built for this. We did this summer, Coach. We're built for this. We're about to win the ball game.
That'll give you chills if nothing else will. We're built for this. How about this one? Athletes in Battle of West Mobile tonight. 3rd-ranked MGM hosting Baker. Plenty on the line. Hornets with the ball here. Tate Graham looks to his left and links up with Katori Marion. A beautiful pitch and catch for the 36-yard touchdown. It's 7-0. Going the other direction. Vikings going to punch their way into the end zone. Shondell Harris finds a hole, stretches it across the goal line. It's 7-all. The Hornets respond in the very next play. Tate Graham finds Katori Marion again. The yellow gloves, they bring out something feisty. And number 5, to the house he goes. 73 yards, and it's 14-7. Baker, MGM not going down without a fight. Jeremy Manhennon hits Jakenyon Allen on the screen. A quick juke move, that's the X or the O or whatever on the PlayStation. He hits the Jets, 71 yards to the hizzy, and we're tied at 14. A back and forth battle in this, the Battle of West Mobile. Baker gonna go look to respond. Tate Graham, Katori Marion again, man. I don't know what you're doing with the yellow gloves, but you need to wear them every single day. No question. It's the 3rd touchdown of the night, and it's 23-14 Hornets. Just before the end of the half, MGM in the red. Shondell Harris says, give me number 7 more. It's 23-21. This one goes down to the wire, but Baker pulls away for the win. 43-28 to upset the 2-time defending 7A Region 1 champs, MGM. Take a listen to Coach after the game.
It was monumental for us. Definitely all week we were preparing for this. We believe when no one else believed, and I told my kids that all week that it was going to be a war, and we knew it was going to be a 4-quarter war. And it was, and it never ceases to be a great game and a great atmosphere for high school football.
Great game there. Let's stay in Class 7A. Over to Volanta Park. War on the shore. Speaking of wars, it's Fairhope and Daphne. And Daphne moving up in the polls and also taking the opening drive for a big score. Christian Seeger would hit Jason Miles for the touchdown. Beautiful pitch and catch. An early 7-0 lead for Coach Kenny King and the Trojans. But Fairhope will respond. Trey Gardner down the sideline to one of his favorite targets. He's targeted him all year. Fisher Southall, beautiful pitch and catch, and he is off to the end zone. The game-tying touchdown there. On to the second quarter now. Trey Gardner, you saw him passing it. Now he does it by himself with his legs. He would leap over the pylon for the touchdown. The Pirates lead it 14-7. This is back and forth here between 2 teams that have elevated their game from last season. Touchdown here, 14-14 all. Fairhope will respond once again. 21-14 at the break. Daphne also punches back. This was back and forth, but at the end of the
Wow.
day, Coach Tim Carter and company, they win it 38-21 over the number 6 team in the state.
Don't bet against TC now.
Nope.
All right, head to Class 6A, often referred to as the SEC of Region 1. McGill-Toolen taking on St. Paul's. Playoff implications all over the board on this one. Yellow Jackets with it early. LaDarian Miller bulldozes his way into the end zone. It's 7-0 Jackets on top. Take a look at this. Blaine Beret catches the high snap. The athlete in him says, I got this on my own. It's 14-3, Mac T onto the road, a punch in the mouth to Ham Barnett by his alma mater. All right, St. Paul's trying to respond. A quick pass here to Parker Davis, spins off the tackle on his way to the end zone. Saints only down to 14-10. McGill-Toolen looking to build upon the lead. Miller again can't be stopped. 20-10 at this point, and Mac T pulls away. Look at this final. Not a typo. 41-17. McGill says, give me that region dub.
Very impressive win there over to Gulf Shores and Theodore. The Bobcats looking to stay alive for the region championship. There's not a lot of highlights in this one, Simone, but this one kind of takes the cake. This is running back Kendrick Abel. He's rushed for more than 300 yards in a game. He's been the bell cow for this team. But watch him just muscle his way into the end zone. That play took 15 seconds. They'll take it anyway.
Mark Husband's like, didn't they blow a whistle? What's going on?
Not on that play. Later on, through the air they go. Christian over to Jamarcus Beckham. A touchdown there. Theodore remains undefeated in region play, 20-14, ahead of the big one against Saraland next week.
All right, can't wait for that blockbuster matchup. To 4A now, Mobile Christian taking on Orange Beach. Beautiful homecoming night there. Let's take a look at the Leopards. Deuce, Jason Todd Jr. on the keeper and in for the touchdown, 7-0. Orange Beach looking to respond after an interception. Xavier Harris also on the run there, finds his way in for 6. Leopards back with it now. Samaje Law, getting a little fancy here and gets to the pylon for the touchdown. 13-7 Leopards at that point, and Mobile Christian gets the win on the road, 32-17.
Let's move over to Class 3A now. Bayside Academy moving up in the polls to number 6, hosting Excel. The fireworks in this one, just like our game of the week, started on the opening kickoff. This is William Kincaid Lions. And yes, if you open the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown, you get all 3 names on the 5th quarter. Into the end zone for the touchdown. And Coach Barrett Trotter and company off to an early 7-0 lead. They continue the energy later in the first quarters. Brendan Yamin diving for the touchdown here. They would also get another touchdown from Marcus Miller. And Bayside Academy continues to look impressive. They go on to win. Final score 35-7.
Barrett Trotter and company getting it done. To Cooper Field, 5A Region 1 action. Rock band, cue 'em. It's UMS hosting Alberta. Bulldogs up first on offense. That fast pace they got going on under Sam Williams. Max Fowler going to say, I got this one on my own. That's nice blocking to help to boot. And it's 6-0 after missing the 2-point conversion. Alberta gets the little offense going. Seamus Owen on the direct snap launches it to Connor Clark for the huge reception, but the drive would eventually stall. Little TC action on the sideline. He can't help himself there with the 2005 team celebrating their state championship. UMS going to get the dub at home. A big one for the Bulldogs. 34-6 the final in that one.
Let's say in Class 5A, Faith Academy welcoming BC Rain. Opening up here with the Red Raiders on offense. This will be Daryl Blackman would find Jermaine Luton. And Luton finds his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there to start the football game. However, Faith looking to respond. They go to Theophilus Jackson Jr. He would slither his way into the end zone. BC Rain holding on to a 7-6 lead. Faith trying to add to that lead. Eli Quinley looking for Kobe Hunt, a big target on the outside, but gets intercepted by BC Rain's Jordan Jackson. At the last check, it is 23-6. A nice game here going on. BC Rain with the lead.
All right, guys, we're just getting started on 5th quarter. Plenty of highlights there. Region Championship's going to be on the line next week. Coming up after the break, we're going to recap an exciting night of Thursday night action, which includes Gunner Rivers balling out as he often does there in Fairhope. More action from Friday night, week 9. That's coming up in 3 minutes. Stay with us.
Now Fan Cam, brought to you by Greer's.
Greer's Fan Cam tonight out at Theodore, welcoming in the Gulf Shores Band, getting it done tonight on the 5th quarter Greer's Fan Cam. Let's jump right in to Class 5A action. Gerhard Citronelle hosting LaFleur, and we're going to open things up with Kobe Weaver. Almost every single week we're saying this name for the Wildcats. Going to keep this one, run it in for the score, and the Wildcats take an early lead. Kamarki Howard going to later connect with Weaver. A nice catch and for the huge gain, and Citronelle is going to get the victory over LaFleur tonight. The big region win in 5A, 24-14 the final.
Go to Class 4A now. Escambia County facing Satsuma here. Opening things up with the Blue Devils. Cleo Bowler would bob and weave his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and an early huge play here for the Blue Devils to open up the scoring in this one. However, Satsuma looking for an answer, and Evan Bell would find Andrew Sullivan on the slant, and Sullivan has an open lane. He's into the end zone for the touchdown, but Escambia County, they respond with Cleo Bowler, and this might be one of the better plays of the night. Dodging defenders everywhere, just trying to find a guy open. Well, he would hit Lamarian Arnold, who splits the defenders into the end zone for the touchdown. Escambia County goes on to win 49-17.
All right, let's go to some Thursday night action. St. Michael, top-ranked Cardinals taking on Pensacola last night. Open things up, as we often do, with Gunnar Rivers connecting to Brody Jones. South Alabama commit and the future NFL Hall of Famer like his daddy getting it done, and the touchdown here for the Cardinals. It would not stop there for Gunnar Rivers. A little bit later, once again, this time he's gonna roll to his right and throw the deep ball. It's Jones once again. A great pitch and catch. Definitely deserves a high five. All right, I like it. Good action there. 15-0 at that point, but wait, how about this one? This throw might be among one of the most impressive passes I've seen in a hot minute.
Wow.
If that's not Patrick Mahomes, but even prettier, I don't know what is. Rivers to Jones. Puts St. Michael up 22-0. Cardinals roll 50-13 in non-region play.
Still on Thursday Night Lights, second-ranked Saraland hosting Murphy, Class 6A Region 1. We'll open up with the Spartans on offense. Jamison Roberts hits Cy Bird, and Bird goes into the end zone for the touchdown, early 6-0 lead. Staying with the Spartans, Roberts, Bird, once again. If it works once, let's do it again on the other side. 13-0 Spartans. Jeff Kelly and that offense humming early. Spartans looking to extend their lead, and they do so. Roberts, LJ Nobles, another touchdown, 20-0. Roberts, touchdown number 4 on the day to the Duke commit Deshaun Spencer. All Saraland in this one. They stay undefeated, 55-0.
In the 7A Thursday Night Lights action, as Davidson welcomed in Foley for homecoming play, and the Warriors would get on the board first. Micah Spivey buying time hits Kingston Butler for the touchdown. The Lions would answer with a touchdown of their own. Some push-ups in the fan base, as we often see every single Friday night, and it would be all Warriors after that. Tim Finnegan, shout out to the Davidson team photographer, getting it done as always, as he does for us. 25-7, the final. Warriors get the win over the Lions.
A stay at 7A Robertsville, taking on Alma Bryant, opening up with Alma Bryant 4th and goal. Mackay V, as we affectionately call him, hits Cameron Johnson for the score. An early 8-0 Canes lead, an 8-minute drive to open the game. Robertsville now with the football in the second quarter. Jacob Jones finds Grayson Cooper. These two have connected all season long. He gets his way into the end zone. However, the Canes still have an 8-7 lead. Alma Bryant looking to add to their lead at half. Mackay, once again, this time going to Caleb Burrell, his second passing touchdown of the game. 15-7 Alma Bryant. However, this one was a barn burner, went to double overtime. Robertsville comes out on top 42-35.
And now, Play of the Week, brought to you by 22nd State Bank.
It is that time for our Play of the Week nominees. The top 3 plays, we pick them. The winner, you pick them. Week 9, let's jump right in. Play number 1, Fairhope. A huge play here. Trey Gardner, Fisher Southall. This is part of a monster win for the Pirates.
War on the shore!
Play number 2.
Give it to TC.
I love it. Play number 2 comes from Theodore. This is Kendrick Abel, and I had to do it with the graphic. Kendrick is able to find his way into the end zone.
With half of the offense.
It takes a while, but he muscles his way. A big win over Gulf Shores. Our final nominee comes from the Baker Hornets. Tate Graham, a perfect pass. Katoria Marion, a beautiful catch. Shout out Willie Mays on that catch there. Huge play. Those are the 3 nominees. Head over to WKRG.com to cast your vote for Play of the Week. We will announce the winner on Monday night. Our 22nd State Bank Play of the Week nominees after the show tonight. More scores, more highlights in the 5th quarter next.